Hello, travelers. I am Paul, and this is Travels with PMB. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you are returning, welcome back to my channel. What do I focus on with this channel? I focus on all things travel, whether it be a cruise, all inclusive resorts, restaurant reviews, concerts, and so much more. Also, I am a travel advisor. And so, if you are looking for that dream vacation, make sure you check me out by emailing bookwithpmb@gmail.com. So, we are getting ready to start the live, and it starts in Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. I hope that you can hear me and see me well. If you can hear me, let me know. I'm coming to you live from Grand Princess. So just let me know in the comments that you can hear me and you're just not just seeing me. So just let me know for a second. You can hear and see. Oh, great. So happy Monday. Thank you for coming through. I hope you had a great week and an even greater day. How is everybody's day? I hope you had a great day. I am on Grand Princess. I think this is the first time I'm actually doing my Monday live, being away. I've done shorts and different things while I'm away, but this is the first time that I've done actually a live, and I am having a good time, and I'm going to tell you about that once I go through the comments. So far, so good. I've been away from home from Friday, and I won't be back home until Sunday. So having a great vacation. So let's go through the comments first, and then we can go and proceed. We have Shay. Happy Monday, Shay. Thank you for coming through, and thank you for being a channel member. D. Neil, happy Monday. Thank you for coming through, and thank you for also being a channel member. Strong Ray, thank you so much. Warm Strong Adventures, all the individuals that's coming from that show. I know that just ended or should be ending soon. If it did not end, it did not end yet. Thank you so much for coming through. Thank you, Liz, for coming and also being a channel member. Liz is saying hi to me, Shane and D. Neil. Shay is saying hi to Liz. Shane is saying hi to D. Neil. Paul on location. Yes, Paul is on location. Hey, Danny. Thank you so much for coming through. The greatest moderator ever. Happy Monday. Liz is saying hi to Danny. Shay's saying all good. Everything is good. You hear and see me. I'm glad that y'all hear and see me. TJ, how are you doing, TJ? We got to catch up, man. We haven't spoken in a minute since you've been cruising all over the world. Happy Monday. Thank you for coming through, TJ. So yes, I got a new hat. Yes, I did. You noticed, Liz. Look at you. Liz is saying hi to TJ. Um, TJ saying hi to me. Shay saying hi to TJ. Shay saying hi to Danny. TJ saying hi to everybody. Keisha, happy Monday. Thank you for coming through with a strong raid. It's strong. I really appreciated everybody's coming in from that show. Just saying hi to Keisha. Has not ended. Bill was 50 minutes behind in the chat. Oh yes, I was on there, so and I saw that he said he was in behind in the chat. Keisha saying hi to Liz. Keisha saying hi to Shay, and Shay saying hi to Keisha. So currently, as you know, I'm just gonna leave it up here so I know where I am at. Sometimes I lose myself in the chat too. So having the last one that I red, I think would be better for me. So I'm currently on Grand Princess, and it is a 7 day cruise. And I think I talked to some of the members about this. And so what I want to do as a travel agent is to not only do group cruises, but what a lot of people are doing is what they call sail away with me. So we talked about it as members, and we entitled it Cruise with Me PMB. And so this is kind of like my first unofficial cruise with me PMB. So what happened was that I booked this cruise, and initially we had a different itinerary. A little disappointed that it changed the itinerary. It initially was going to go to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, which I wanted to go to. It was going to go to Guadalupe. It was going to go to I believe it was going to St. Martinique as well. It was going to go to St. Croix. I've been to St. Thomas, never did St. Croix, and they changed up some of the things. So, but instead of canceling, I decided I was just going to keep it. One of my friends I told that I had booked on a cruise, and I just told her, and she really doesn't care for things like sea days because she just ends up sleeping. She wants to be able to see ports, and I said to her, "Well, if you want something like that, you really got to sail out of Puerto Rico." We have spoken about that on this channel. If you want to see a lot of ports, minimum sea days, you can't do Miami for a 7 day. You can't do Fort Lauderdale for 7 day. You have to do something like flying to Puerto Rico to do it. So what ended up happening? She said, "Send me the information." She sent the information to several of her people. I sent the information to one of my friends, also another friend of mine, and she booked it with another friend in her room. My sister decided booking it. So from going from a solo trip, now it's eight of us. And one of the things that I just really enjoyed about just getting to know people I did not know is that it's fun also. But not only that, they're enjoying Princess, and I love the fact I've talked about Princess a lot, and I do like Princess. It's not just about me just trying to get to the next loyalty level. I do like Princess. I've had good experiences with Princess, and I think for the most part, their loyalty program is a good program, especially when it comes to how they treat individuals who are solo cruisers, where they double the amount of cruises so that you can get to the loyalty program even much faster, and where every cruise line doesn't do that. And so I spent 2 days in Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico, I love Puerto Rico. Let me know in the comments. Have you ever been to Puerto Rico? Whether it be not by as a cruise, not as a cruise stop. Have you ever said, if you ever came to Puerto Rico, went to Puerto Rico, flew to Puerto Rico, spent any time in Puerto Rico, and I enjoy Puerto Rico. I've always been an individual that I do not want to get there just for the cruise, right? So this time I stayed 2 days in Puerto Rico, and then I went around. One of the things about Puerto Rico, if you go to Puerto Rico, is not if you have Google Maps or something on your phone, you can get around. I was in Condado. I stayed at a hotel in Condado. I mapped it. I mapped it. I just wanted to be able to go to Old San Juan, and guess what? The buses were free. It took me like 24 minutes to get on the bus to get to Old San Juan. I explored Old San Juan. I'm a foodie, so I went around Old San Juan, ate at different restaurants, enjoyed the weather. It rained a little bit here and there. It's the Caribbean, but it was a great time just in Old San Juan, just exploring by myself. And I've been to Old San Juan before, but I just love Old San Juan. The cobblestones, the character of the place is just and I got me a hat. Well, this hat actually I got on the day that I was leaving to go on the ship, and I found this hat, which was like really reasonable, not too far from my hotel. The hotel was fine. The hotel could have been better. I didn't even do a review. It just it was good, but it just was some few things, some tiny details that just kind of a little bit annoyed me about it. But for the most part, the hotel was good. And so, love Old San Juan as usual. Stay 2 days there, and then now I'm on this cruise. And this cruise, 7 day cruise, is going to now. Let me know if you've ever been to some of these places. If you desire to go to some of these places, um, a lot of cruise lines don't go to. More and more, it seems like more cruise lines are starting to come back to sail from Puerto Rico, but I know some cruise lines have stopped sailing from Puerto Rico altogether, right? I remember in 2020, I was supposed to go on a the Fascination, which is no more for Carnival, and I was supposed to sail out of Puerto Rico. Carnival no longer sails out of Puerto Rico, and it was the pandemic. I was supposed to leave in April, and of course, everything went crazy in March, and so that had to be canceled. So let me tell me in the comments if you've been to or desire to be to any of these places. Tortola is going to St. Kitts, is going to Antigua, is going to Dominica, and they're going to Barbados. One sea day. All of these ports, one sea day. So let me know in the comments if you decided to go to one of these places. Today, we did Tortola. I did do a tour. And as keeping in what I want to do going forward, I want to do the tour, but also I want to be able to try some cuisine of where I am going to. So I want to eat something. I don't want to just do the tour, just get back on the ship saying that I can eat. But I want to be able to have the cuisine of the area that I'm going to. And so I did eat something. I went to a restaurant, did my research, went to a restaurant, and enjoyed the food. And I showed that in my vlog, which will be coming out um, whenever, maybe a month or so from now, 2 months from now, depending, because I have some content that I have not put out yet. So maybe in 2 months, you'll finally see this content. So let me know which one of those places have you gone? Have you flew to Puerto Rico and spent some time in Puerto Rico? Do you desire? Is that something that you desire? There's no, not to my knowledge, there's not any all inclusive resorts in Puerto Rico. So you're just gonna have to, you're just gonna have to get a hotel and go around and do your research and buy food. It's because there's no all-inclusive resorts, but I think it's a really great place to go to and spend some time in. So let me see. Liz says Old San Juan only as a cruise ship, only as a cruise ship. Hey, how you doing, Josiane? Thank you for coming through. Happy Monday. Liz is saying hi to Josiane. Josiane is saying hi to Liz. Okay, Josiane is saying hi to everybody. Shay's saying hi to Josiane. Keisha saying hi to Josiane as well as Danny. Wow, amazing ports. Never been to any of them and can't wait to see the vlogs. Okay, thanks, Liz. Um, Lee, thank you for coming through. That's my phone. By the way, it's an hour ahead here, so it's 6:14. Puerto Rico is an hour ahead than the East Coast, so it's really 7:14 on the ship, but 6:14. Um, but 6:14 Eastern time, just to let you know. Saying hi to everyone in the shops, in the chat. Keisha says, no, not one of those places. Do you have so have you have a desire to go? Josiana saying hi to Lee. Never been to any of those places, not even PR. No? Okay, cool. Oh, strong rage. Scotty. Thank you for coming through. Happy Monday. Thank you for coming through. Strong raid in the house. We're saying hi to each other, saying hi to Scott. Okay, so that's what's going on. Also, now since we doing the Scott rate, let me put in my 2 cents when it comes to Virgin. So people probably have not seen it because it's been a while that I went on Virgin. I did a 4 day cruise on Virgin since we're doing the strong rate. I did a 4 day cruise on Virgin. When it came to Virgin in terms of entertainment, I liked the entertainment. I did not get the full gambit of the entertainment because of the fact it was raining really hard. So some of the things that I could be able to experience, like the pajama party where everybody dresses up in red in pajamas. It was rained out, so some of the things they could not really do. I enjoyed the entertainment though. I thought the singing was good. The bands they had were good. I agree with Bill when he said the what would be considered the specialty dining restaurants were excellent. I did have an issue with the Italian restaurant, which is extra virgin. Maybe it's just something that I had because a lot of people enjoyed that restaurant. So maybe it was just the dish that I had or the dishes that I had that it wasn't to my liking. But a lot of people seem to. But everything else, even the test kitchen, the test kitchen to me, it's just like it's just one of those to me it's test kitchen. So it's like you're experimenting to see what's how the food is going to be. It's not even comparable to the other elevated. Oh my God, I can't remember what it is. Carnival has it and all those things, and you have to pay the extra money. And I've done it, and I just can't remember what it is. But even Test Kitchen, I was able to do something with the Test Kitchen, and I went to Test Kitchen. I had the pizza. I thought the pizza was great. I guess I don't know what I had on it, what I asked to put on it, but I thought that that pizza was great. The I felt like the gelato was garbage or whatever. Lick Me Till You Scream is what they call it on Virgin. I thought it was garbage. I didn't care for it with all the flavors they had, and I just did not care for it all in Virgin. But I thought the galley. I really cannot speak to the galley, so just kind of confirming. He said it was nasty. I really can't speak to the galley because it was a 4 day cruise. I was so focused on trying to get all of those nice restaurants in that I really did not eat much at the galley. Maybe one time on the day I was leaving, but I don't remember eating much at the galley at all. And so Virgin, I think I would definitely want to do again. They've changed some things. I just would want to experience it again. So if you've never experienced Virgin, they are doing some things that are different though with Virgin that you have to know. Like I was looking at the price breakdown. It used to be that everything was included. I don't know if people are having issues with the gratuities and people are going and say, well, yeah, everything is included, but what would it be to get rid of the gratuities? Because now when you look to book a Virgin cruise, whereas the price included everything, now they're breaking it out where with the gratuities, where they're breaking it out where you click and say, okay, these are the gratuities, so you get the breakdown of the gratuities. So I'm not sure what that they're dealing with that. And they're breaking it down. They all it just used to be simpler to book a Virgin cruise. You just book the room, click, and now they have in all these different categories. So it's just a little bit different than how they used to do it. So, but has anybody desired? I know that a lot of people are going on Virgin. Team Reese has just went on Virgin. Ray went on his first Virgin cruise after a long time of not really wanting to go on it. We see now Bill went on Virgin. We know that Rockwell from MH Family Adventure loves Virgin. Has anybody have a desire to go on a Virgin Voyages cruise? You have all these people given their experience. And so, would you go on a Virgin Voyages cruise? Adult only, leave the kids alone. Some people don't care to have kids around, running around, or what have you. And you wouldn't have to deal with it because the minimum age for Virgin Voyages is 18. Let me know in the comments, would you want to go on a Virgin Voyages cruise? YOLO, thank you for being a channel member and happy Monday. Josiana saying hi to Scott. Liz is saying hi to YOLO. Scott is saying hi to Josiane. More to me, MNJ. Hey, Paul, I'm a newbie to your chat. Oh, thank you for coming through. Happy Monday. Appreciate you coming through. Liz is saying hi. Keisha saying hi. To more. Hi there. Big Murph is in the house. Hi there, Paul. Everyone in chat. I'm still at work just listening. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, love finding another chat to be in. Um, Josiana saying hi to everyone coming in. YOLO saying hi. Hey, Rockwell, thank you for coming through. Happy Monday. Saying hi to everyone. Liz saying hi to Rockwell. Lee, hi everyone. One I miss. Great. Rockwell is saying hi to Liz. Josiane says hi to YOLO. Virgin is on the list. Okay, good. So good. I like when people want to experience sometimes if they can. I know people have their loyalty, but I know it's good when people could and experience something else that they've never experienced before. So let's get into some things. I want to talk about some cruise news. There's some things that's going on in the cruising industry, and I don't know if everybody knows it. I know that people have their kind of their favorites, and so I'm going to I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to start looking at some things and going through them, and just kind of pique your interest to see, is this something that you know about? Is this something that you would love to do? Have you ever cruised this cruise line before? And so let's talk about it. And so let's start off with Norwegian, right? Let's start off with Norwegian. Let's share it. Boom. Norwegian Cruise Line opens for sale its largest and most illuminating ship, the all-new Norwegian Aura. Did you know about Norwegian Aura? The next in the Prima Plus class. Have you ever been on Norwegian? That's one. Have you ever been on Norwegian's Prima class? So the Prima class would be Prima, which would be Viva, which would be Aqua. The Prima Plus would be Aqua. No, not Aqua. It'd be Prima, Viva. Um, am I missing something? It's Prima and Viva. Aqua that just came out was Prima Plus, and therefore now Aura is going to be Prima Plus. But what is going to be different about this? Cutting edge ship will home port in Miami, offering 7-day Caribbean sailings with calls to Great Stirrup Cay, the brand's newly enhanced private island in the Bahamas. You know that Grand Stirrup Cay now is going to have it that you do not need a tender port. One time I had to miss that island because of the fact that the water was so horrible that we couldn't go there. Now they are going to have it where you don't need to have a tender port and you could just get off the ship and walk. So the innovator in global cruise travel today unveiled and opened the sail for Norwegian Aura, the longest and largest vessel in its fleet, which will home port in Miami beginning in June 2027, following her debut in Europe in late May of 2027. I know there's some people probably have it booked who are vloggers who will try to do those cruises in Europe, setting a new standard in size and scale for Norwegian. Norwegian will almost be 1,130 feet long, 170,000 gross tons, and will accommodate 3,879 guests at double occupancy. Norwegian Aura will be 10% larger than her predecessors, Aqua, Luna, and Norwegian Luna, yes, which is the Prima Plus class, and has been thoroughly designed to deliver curated, family focused experiences, complemented, reimagined guest experiences. At the center of the action is that all new Ocean Heights, an open air activities complex that shifts from fun by day to a vibrant, laid back atmosphere at night, creating a lively space for the whole family. So, therefore, they're introducing something different. They're introducing the fact that it's going to be a bigger ship, holds more guests. And so, what do you think about something like that? Now, is that something that you would be interested in? So, my thing is this, right? If you love a cruise line, you like a cruise line. That's the one thing. If you love it, if you will probably try to go on every new ship. You know, some people go crazy. They will try to go on the ship as soon as it comes out. They're booking the new ship, and they want to do it, and they want to be one of the first people on the ship, right? That's those individuals. Is it something that it's like sometimes people feel like, is the ship really going to be any different? If the ship is not going to be any different, is it going to be just a copy of the ship before, especially if it's in the same class of ships? Now, do you have that mentality? Do you feel like if it's really not going to change, I'm not going to run to that ship if it's really not going to change? If they're making changes to it, then maybe I would, because my mentality right now is this. I want to go to, I think it's Festival. I want to try it Festival because they're making changes to it. But I may not necessarily go to Tropical because I feel like it would probably be a carbon copy of that. Now that they changed it, they're getting rid of both the roller coaster, and so then my thought process is, let me go wait for Ace, the next class of ships, when they're going to change it completely. It's going to be supposed to be this massive mega ship from Carnival for the first time. But if you are making some changes, maybe you're at it. And that's the thing about Norwegian that I realized, that even though they're some of them may be carbon copies, they're still incrementally making some changes. When I went on Aqua, definitely I saw the change, right? The places that they put things, or some venues, one venue may have been bigger than it was in the previous ship on Viva. And so I saw, okay, I see the change. When you got on this ship, for example, the big it used to be like all these different, like I think it um was like guest services, or one of those, like, if you want to be able to book a cruise, I think that was right there when you get off in the ship. And then on Aqua, they made it where it's like the whole casino was right there as you walked on. And so they changed it. They came with a different restaurant concept, the Thai restaurant. They had also the vegan restaurant. So it's like you're making incremental changes so that it is not exactly the same, right? And so I think that makes it interesting when you do those kind of things, because you're like, okay, well, it is the same in terms of the fact that I've been on a, a class of ship, a similar the class I've been on that ship in that class, but it's not a carbon copy. And that's what I kind of appreciated about what Norwegian is doing. They're not necessarily making carbon copies. They're slightly changing it a little bit, right? The Aqua slide coaster is amazing, even though I didn't get on it on Aqua, but that was amazing. That was something that was totally different than the ones that was before it in the regular Prima class, since that's the Prima Plus class. And so I think so let me know in the comments, have you done Norwegian before at all? Is this something that you would be considering to go on one of their newer ships? I know Luna's coming up. I have a trip going on for Luna. I'll give some more comments for that. But is that something that you would consider bigger, more guests, different experience? Let me know in the comments. Let me go through the comments. Josiane saying hi to Raquel. Liz is saying hi to, hey Liam. Thank you also for being a channel member. Happy Monday, Liam. I'm glad you had a great birthday. More saying hi to Liz. Liv is saying hi to Liz. Shay saying, hit that like button. Thank you so much, Shay. Thank you so much. Liz is saying hi to Liam. Then TJ saying hi to Liam, Rockwell, and Big Bird. Okay, so Liam is saying hey to TJ. Went on Norwegian Sky, guessing it is in a good representative of the brand nowadays. I think Norwegian Sky is an older ship. I'm not sure how old it is. I would have to look up how old it is. But yeah, they have a lot more newer ships than that. If you ever want to give it a try, maybe try to do like, well, that one they're saying that they're going to do a lot of 7-day sailings. But the one thing about Norwegian, even though they start off with 7-day sailings, eventually some of these new ships, you may have to come to New York, they will do some 4-day sailings to Bermuda or something of that nature. It seemed like recently all of these ships will come up to New York and for a short stint, maybe do some little short sailings out of New York to Bermuda 4 days. So even if you don't feel like doing a long cruise, you could always do something like that. Oh, you haven't been to Great Stirrup Cay yet? Oh, wow. Okay. And I would like to go back to it now that they did the changes. So they did the changes to it, and now, with the pier that's going to be there, I think it's going to be different. I would love to see it once they do all of the changes that they're going to do to it. Never Still Norwegian said, can't say it's on the top of my list to try. Okay, everybody has their favorites. Liam is saying hi to Raquel. I went to NCL's private island back in the 80s, so I'm sure it's way different from it now. I was talking to somebody, and I'm sure a lot of people who can attest who have been to Royal in the years past. I was talking to my coworker, and she talked about how she went on a Royal cruise ship last year and stopped in Coco Cay, and she thought at one time was like, it's Coco Cay. It was like she wasn't really interested in going because she went back years ago when literally Coco Cay was probably just a little sign that said Coco Cay, and it was just like beach day. I guess you find a spot, maybe have some lawn chairs. It was before all of the things that it is now, and so when she went back there, she was pleasantly surprised how much they built up Coco Cay. So if you haven't been there in years, I'm sure it's like built up now, and then even the more changes that's going to happen, it's exciting time. Everybody's trying to do something with their private islands, build onto private islands, new private islands is great. Hey, Chris, happy Monday. Thank you for coming through, and thank you for being a channel member. Good evening, coming to live from the Sky Lounger, the Celebrity Constellation. Enjoy your cruise, Chris. Thank you for coming through even on your cruise time. I appreciate that. It was a tender port back then, and it's just now getting up here. I know, right? But I think in terms of I'm sure the makeup of it is different, even though it still is just now getting up here. I think the more that there's going to be, it seems to be higher and higher competition now than ever of individuals really investing into their private islands. And when the competition goes higher, that means now people are going to really put more money into invested into their private islands. Carnival Celebration Key. Now it's going to be like, okay, we got to do something more, than what we've been doing all this time. Moon Cay, Carnival is investing in Moon Cay and having piers there. And so everybody is going to like Like you don't have a pier. It's now it's gonna be like a thing. If you don't have a pier, you're behind the ball. If you don't have a pier for your private island, it's like, what are you doing? Like it's gonna become like the industry standard. You have to have a pier on your private island. None of this tender port when it's your own private island. It's just not gonna do it anymore. Rockwell is saying hi to Liam. Hey, Chris, hope you are having a great cruise. Liam is saying hi to Josie. Yeah, Chris, Carnival, like, always a great cruise. I am now at work and cruising. Yes, absolutely great. Obviously, anytime you're away from work and you could just chill. More saying hi to Chris. Hey, how you doing, House of X? Thank you for coming through. Happy Monday. For me, I think it depends. I'm not still NCL. Oh wow, okay, but I have Luna on the books. Come on, Luna. Okay, great. That's great. That's great. Um, Always good to try another. I think just try it once. And I think everything's good. Thank you so much. I think what the thing is. Um, Try it once, but try it based upon the fact. Don't try a first cruise line and all you're used to is like big and grand cruise ships, right? If all you've sailed is Star of the Seas, Icons, and Carnival Celebration, these big, huge ships, and you've gotten spoiled with doing that, don't all of a sudden decide to get the oldest ship on a cruise line that you're trying for the first time, and then wonder why you may be a little disappointed. Don't do that. I think that's that's not, I think, a fair representation. Because the older the cruise ship, it may have more wear and tear. Not only that, then the food options may be more limited than you're used to. The entertainment may be more limited, and so therefore, like if you're gonna try a cruise line for the first time and you're used to grandness or something grand when it comes to your cruising and your cruise experience, and just being able to go into the foyer, the atrium, or whatever it is, and all of a sudden you're like, wow, right? And then now you decide, oh, okay, I'm gonna try this cruise line, I'm gonna try it out for the first time, and then you go for the oldest ship on that cruise line. I don't think it's and then you're like, I didn't have a good time. Like it was dated. The rooms were dated. To me, like I can just embrace the fact that I know going into it that it's an older ship, right? Yes, I think that even older ships, cruise lines should keep it. I shouldn't be seeing rust everywhere. That's why I feel like, what are you doing when you're refurbishing it and doing all these things if you're not trying to fix all of that stuff? And but at the same time, so just know, like, try something newer. So you're like, oh, that was a newer ship. Oh, that was beautiful. It wasn't the biggest ship, but it was nice. I can respect the entertainment, whatever it is. And so I'm just I think, just to be fair, I think that would only be fair. Josiane saying hi, House of X. Lee was saying hi to YOLO. Hope you're having a great cruise. I am so far, actually. I really am. Started from Puerto Rico, and on the cruise ship now, and everybody I'm in with this, I guess, unexpected cruise with me, PNB cruise, is just they're having a good time, and I'm enjoying the fact that they're experiencing Princess for the first time. A lot of them, my sister is the only one in this whole group along with me, and there's 8 of us that have sailed Princess before. So everybody's experiencing something different that they have not experienced before. Another cruise line. So we're saying hi to each other. Okay, so the older I get, the more and more I am about the destination. Yes, I agree. I think I'm more about the destination, and that's the reason why I can appreciate the fact, even if it's an older ship, if it's about the destination, I'm like, if because if it's an older ship, it's just like it's just taking me to where I want to go to. And if it doesn't have all the amenities and things of that nature, sometimes some of those tours at some of the places I've gone to are so long anyway. I'm not always running to every show. I'm not always running, just let me eat, let me see a quick show, and then maybe I'm going to bed. So yes, I agree. So that's why I don't mind the older ship. I'm not gonna knock it if it's not what I'm used to, because it's taking me to the destinations, and the destination is what I wanted anyway. Hey, for hey, Sig, thank you for coming through. Hey, Grant, I can't wait to hear about it. Oh, great, great. Thank you for coming through, Sig. Cheryl, thank you so much. Carl, Les saying hi to Cheryl. Keisha saying hi to everybody. Tanya, thank you for coming through. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. I don't think I said happy Monday to Cheryl. Happy Monday. Um, Tanya saying hi to everybody. Liz saying hi to Tanya. Okay, Tanya saying hi to Keisha. Let's go through the chat. We're just saying hi to each other. It's great, great. Liam saying hi to Sig. More. We really like Coco K. Yes. So Coco K has, and Coco K has built up a lot in the years, and people who have gone to it years ago would probably be like, ah, it's just a beach, and to see it now is just it's amazing. um Tanya saying hi to everybody. Will is saying hi to everybody as well. um TJ saying hi to Cheryl. We're going through the chat, we're saying hi, we're saying hi. You love the Princess Paul, is that your vibe? um you know what, I think I said, I think I said to somebody's comment one time. One time, somebody had said, I said, I I can appreciate the cruise line for what it is. That's what it is. I've gone on Royal and enjoyed Royal. I've gone on Norwegian and enjoyed Norwegian. I've gone on Carnival, Princess. I I know what to expect, and if I have not been on a cruise line before, I'm open to what they can offer, and then I will be able to see what it is. And I said to somebody in the comment, I said, I can go on any cruise ship and have a good time. I don't wait on some to for somebody to necessarily give me something that I could have a good time. I can enjoy myself. I will find something in the agenda. I will come out of my box. I will come out of what I'm used to, the norm, so I could say like I'm going to have a good time, right? And so therefore, like Princess has its own vibe, um, and this ship, it's mixed ages. Like for example, people's like, yes, they skew older, but like this ship is maybe skews a little younger than maybe another ship that I've gone on. So I can appreciate like all the cruise lines for what it is. And so therefore, like, I'm just embracing it for what it is, and I could say like what it is. If there is something, me, I'm honest, if there's something I didn't like about the food, if there's something that I didn't like about the entertainment, I think I enjoyed the entertainment on here. One of the things that one of the people are saying that are on this cruise with me is that they really were committed to, man, I might have to come, they really were committed to Carnival. They mostly sailed Carnival, and since they've been on this cruise ship, they said, you know what, the food is good here, and they're enjoying themselves. And she literally says, I cannot complain. And she's never been on this ship before, and the vibe from Carnival is completely different from the vibe of this, right? The party vibe, the nightly parties and things of that nature. And so she can enjoy it for what it is. And so I'm the same type of person. I can enjoy each cruise line, each cruise ship for what it is, knowing what it is. My deal breakers obviously is service. My deal breakers is if the food is horrible. My deal breakers is if the entertainment not like to me, I like singers. So if you're going to be in the production show, um I want to hear good singing. That's it. Like, it's not the fact of there may be a lack of entertainment. I'm going to find something to do. It is the quality of the entertainment. So if you can have those things on a cruise ship, you got me. You don't, I don't need all of the bells and whistles. And then I could go on something like a Wonder of the Seas or Royal Caribbean and enjoy that just as much, and but come back onto a Princess and don't feel like, I'm missing something because I was on Wonder of the Seas. I'm missing something because I was on Royal. Oh, this is not as big enough as a Royal. I don't do the comparison game. I realized if I did the comparison game, I would only embrace one cruise ship. And I feel like as cruisers, we should be open to the experiences and knowing that, yeah, it's not going to be like this one. It's not going to be like that. It's not going to be like that one. And just embrace it for what it is, enjoy it for what it is. And that is what, um, how I feel about cruising. I don't know if anybody else does, but that's how it is. And I think also it helps having that mindset as a travel agent, travel advisor, because then I would kind of like negate the other cruise lines if I'm trying to a client, because I only have my favorite. And I can't have one favorite when the vibe of what somebody else may be looking for is all these other things, because I'm like, well, now you need to do this one because that is my favorite. And I don't have a, I could just say, what are you looking for? What are you desiring? Are you more about itinerary? Do you want party? Do you want laid back? Do you want luxury? So all those things need to come into place, I think, when anybody takes into consideration, I think, for like cruising. I know that was a long answer. Hey Vicky, we saying hi to each other, saying hi, Foodie Tanya. Hey, Uncle Dave, how you doing? Happy Monday. Foodie's vacation. Thank you so much for coming through. Happy Monday. And we're saying hi to each other. I sell small shirts back in the day. I don't need to repeat it. Okay. And so, like, for example, like Tanya, so Yola was saying is about the itinerary. I did Legend of the Seas. I did Legend of the Seas, and I did it for my birthday, I don't know, 2 3 years ago, whatever it was. Not the biggest ship, but the money was right for it. And I didn't go solo because I went with friends, but I was in the room by myself. And the cost of it was for a 9-day cruise, I thought was good, and it was going to the places I wanted to go to. It was going to Liverpool. It was going to Wales. It was going leaving out of London. So I think that was the first time I left. Did a cruise out of Southampton, London. It was going to all those places, Scotland, all those places, right? That I want to go to. Was it my favorite cruise ship? No. Would I sail it again if the itinerary was right? Yes. So therefore, sometimes things are about the itinerary more than the cruise itself. Just get me there where I want to go to, especially if the price is reasonable. It's an older cruise ship, and the thing about it is sometimes on older cruise ships, you may get a better discount. If it was a brand new ship going to those same places, the money for it would be so much more astronomical than going on something like Carnival Legend. And so therefore, I know some people may not like older cruise ships. I know some people may not like smaller cruise ships. But if you're starting to embrace going on different itineraries, really consider maybe going on one of these cruise ships that may be older to get you there with a better cost. So just think about it, especially if you're an individual that can also, can get some of these casino deals anyway and be able to go to these phenomenal places that you've never been to. Right? Don't go do old if you bougie and like bells and whistles. Yeah, you can. If you like bells and whistles, don't do old. You can't. But if you go on Enchanted versus Star, if you go on Enchanted versus Star, Enchanted of the Seas versus Star, exactly. Like you can't, if you got spoiled with Star and you go on Enchanted, it may be like you may be disappointed, but it's your mindset. If your mindset is like, I'm embracing the fun, it don't matter where I go, it don't matter what ship I'm on, I'm away, I'm not working, I'm on vacation, like just get me somewhere, And so it really depends on the mindset. I feel like when it comes to vacationing and cruising, it's hard to go back to ground beef after you've experienced filet mignon. And don't expect it to be $200 either. 2002, like you, YOLO, bougie cruiser. Let me see what we got. Oh man, let me catch up in time. For Tanya, I like ground beef and filet mignon. Yeah. In other words, Yola is saying that she would do the older cruise ships, and she has, and she's put it on her channel, and then she has also done the newer cruise lines as well, newer cruise ships as well. So she's done both. Maybe she meant Salisbury Steak. Will J said, I haven't cruised Princess since 2014. Was the Emerald Princess out of Houston? Oh, okay. Is there a reason why you haven't cruised it, or you just kind of just went to other cruise lines? Well, just let me know. I like steak and ground beef prices. Okay, got you. um, you can get it. It really depends on, when you if you can just. I just realized when it not just realized, but I realized, and we always do this. We're gonna have to pick up this conversation with Cruise News. I only went through Norwegian. We always realize that. Um, I realized that if you can wait a little bit and not have to be one of the few first to go onto a cruise ship, then you can get the benefit of doing a cruise ship that may not be new, maybe a year old, maybe even 2 years old. Remember, I had said that some of these cruise ships from Norwegian, they eventually will do like maybe a 4 day sailing or something out of New York, and that will be a shorter cruise than a 7 day sailing, right? Something of that nature. But you may have to wait a year or something like that, and while they come out with the new cruise ships, and they'll get be a little more discounted because it's not new any longer, if you get my point. And also the time of the year also just kind of like matters too. The days of the cruise line, the time of the year, and the age of the cruise ship. So if you're willing to kind of not have to always do new, then you could also get like a better price as well. I really wanted to try Princess. I truly feel that Princess will be a good fit for my husband if I get him on a ship. Yeah, try it out. Try it out. And they have the new beautiful ship, Star Princess, Sun Princess. So if you want to go really brand new, I think my favorite cruise, my favorite type of class of ship for Princess is the Royal class of ship, which Enchanted Princess and Discovery Princess, those ships, beautiful ships. I just love those ships. And so, yeah, just I think you should. I think you will enjoy it too. Um, hey, Bill, thank you for the raid. Happy Monday. Lee, great stream, Paul. Had great cruise late. Oh, I know that you're in the UK. Have a great night's sleep, Lee. Thank you so much for coming through. Thank you for that. Liam, hey Bill, be saying hi. I like Salisbury steak if it's not good gravy and some rice or potatoes. All right. Travel be Josiane saying hi, Bill. We got to get through. We're gonna say hi to each other. I want to do a little bit more cruise news before I get off because it's almost the hour. Saying hi to each other. Okay, haven't been on a bad. Oh, look at Bill. Have Why haven't you been on a bad cruise yet? What is it that makes you say that? What makes your comment be that you haven't been on a cruise yet? Because I'm sure that doesn't mean that everything has been perfect. So let me know why you haven't been on a bad cruise yet. Keisha, I know that I will enjoy any cruise ship or cruise line that I sail. I look forward to trying more outside of Carnival. Yeah, I think so. I think everyone should, especially if you're looking for a certain itinerary. Uncle Dave, Keisha, to be saying hi to each other. Hey, Len, see how you doing? How you doing? Good evening. Happy Monday. We saying hi to each other. Let me go down to the car. Your British Island cruise is how I found you. Laugh a lot. Great thing. Oh, thank you so much, Yolo. It was a great itinerary. I loved it so much. That was one of my favorite cruises. It really was. Top five. Definitely. Not comparing, but when it is a rushy ship versus a well-maintained ship, Carnival, both ships can be the same age. Yes, I agree. I feel like, why are you refurbishing these ships if you're not taking care of all that rust? The one thing that impressed me the last time I was on, not this time, but the time before when I was on the last Princess ship, I saw them sanding down wood. There was an area in the ship that we could see them. They weren't waiting for refurbishment or nothing of that nature. They see something, they were painting, and maybe that's the reason. Maybe that's the premium class ship experience, that they are taking care of things right away. They're not making it get to the point where it's horrible and dilapidated and rusty. They are taking care of things right away. And I think that, for me to see visible signs of rust is kind of like bad. Like, you walk around the ship and it's like, oh wow, you see this whole rusty, like, it's kind of bad. It is really kind of bad. I'm saying hi to each other. Let me go through it. For Princess, I just haven't had the right price at the right time. Been doing a lot of group cruises, and most of them have been on Carnival. Okay, got you. Melanie, hey, how you doing? Happy Monday. Thank you for coming through. Okay. We say your video notes, not NCL solo camera, is why I had to book it on the Viva in October this year. I really can't wait to see what you thought about it. I have sailed on Norwegian more than once, and more than all most of the times I have been in the solo cabin. And I said, now the bed is not the most comfortable, but for the price point and for the fact that I get the extension of the lounge and have that space in the lounge, I think that for a solo cruiser, you know, I took advantage of it. It's only me, and so therefore I did it more than once. I just asked for a pillow top mattress, and I make it work. I make that space work. For I did a 7 day cruise on it. I've done 5 day cruises staying in that cabin, and so I just make it work. So I can't wait to see what you think about it as well. And so let's go to the next thing because I am caught up in the chat. Thank you. I am good. I'm glad that you're good, Melody. I'm going to keep it right here. And so let's go to one more thing at least. See if we could get to at least one more thing. Can we? Can we get to at least one more thing? Let me see what I want to talk about. Let's see. Oh, let's talk about Carnival. Liz, you still on? This should be good. So let us do it, Liz. And I think this is a good thing. Out of all the things that Carnival has been doing, I think this is a good thing that Carnival has decided to keep and not get rid of. So let me share this. Close. Carnival extends zero proof package to all 2026 sailings. Boom. This just came out yesterday, actually. And so Carnival Cruise Line has extended its shares zero proof package to all sailings set to depart in 2026. According to brand ambassador John Heel in a social media update, he said that the option is now available for booking online via the company's website and app. We did open the Cheer Zero Proof package for 2026, noting that the package is a fabulous option for guests. It is worth every penny. For a 7 day cruise, it costs with gratuities and everything included just over $200. Now, my thing is, who was waiting for that to happen for Carnival? I have been waiting for that. There has been other cruise lines that has had that package. MSC has a great package. It includes so much, but this anything that is virgin, for example, and includes and then coffees and hot chocolates. As long as it's virgin, doesn't have alcohol. It was like, and so when I had that, I was like, why cannot Carnival do something like that? Now I don't know everything that's included in the package, but I think the fact that, and I don't know why it's even something that they have to extend. Why not just make it permanent? Why are we doing these extensions? Can we? Why are we doing extensions when something is working? Especially if something went, like for example, I would take that package. I would do that package definitely. I'm not spending all this money and drinking and trying to max out, 15. It's just not like that. But do I want a soda from time to time? Maybe I want a mocktail, but I have to pay extra for a mocktail, virgin pina colada or whatever. I would do that package. And so I think that it's a great option. A lot of people don't drink, but they want something more than just water, right? They want something more than just a soda, but I don't have to always pay every time that they do it, and with the gratuities as well. So you're paying for the drink and you're paying for the gratuities. So I don't understand why it's an extension. It should just be saying we're going to offer this, period. And that's how I feel on it. There are people in here, hit that thumbs up. Thank you so much, Liz. I just got an email from Carnival that they are increasing the cost of bubbles for adults and daily gratuities as of April. Wow. And so I'm glad you said that, Liz. If you are going on a cruise, if you have booked a cruise, thank you, Liz, for Carnival. And sometimes they don't, sometimes you'll miss this information about when things go up. Book your pack, and you want this bubbles package, book it now. Just book it now before the prices go up. And so you don't have to worry about, okay, you're booking it, I'll book it later. These things like happen all the time at cruises. Wi-Fi costs will go up, drink packages will go up, you know it just things will just go up. So if you know that you're going to get it anyhow, and you have a cruise that's booked, like, I have a cruise booked in October, and I have a cruise booked in to next year. So whether I do the bubbles package or whether I do this non-alcoholic package, just do it now before it goes up so that you don't have to pay the additional cost. Thank you, Liz, for that. I did list. Stop yelling at me. Oh man. Oh, so funny. Gratuities list. Scratch my head. What cruises on Carnival are you doing in 2027 and 2028, Big Murph? They need to just include drinks in the price of the cruise. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna do it though. Um, who does so it would be like an all inclusive. So you're saying Carnival should do more like an all inclusive situation, right? I don't. They charge so much of it. I don't know if people is up for it yet, or give you an option, right? So, one of the things I want to talk about also. So I'm on this cruise ship, and while on this cruise ship, I knew that they're changing because so what Princess does, I'm glad you said that, Liam, because it's a good segue, and I'm gonna leave you with this. I'm go through the chat. So what Princess does, they have these kind of like all-inclusive packages, but from time to time they will change it, and I'm gonna share it now, and I'm gonna show you how they change. But this kind of coincides with what Liam said, and it kind of coincides also with the fact that you have to know your benefits going on the cruise ship. But at the same time, the cruise ship has should have a responsibility to make sure you clearly understand it. And then I'm going to just talk about it now so you can know what I'm talking about. So let's deal with this. Now, Princess Cruise Lines, I'm sharing my screen, has these two packages. It's called Princess Premier and Princess Plus, right? And so it says for 2026 cruising beyond all ships except Sun Princess and Star Princess, um, these are going to be the packages. They changed the package, and so initially when I booked myself and all these people on this cruise, I thought they were grandfathering the benefits of that package, and those individuals who decided to book after that. But no, even though the app says like we have all these different things in the package, we don't any longer. And so we came on the ship and we got clarity on it. So for example, in the Princess Plus package, yes, we still get the $15 per day per drink, right? This is the package that we all have. They do This is something they've been doing and a lot of people have been doing. Is per cruise $6, $5 per day. But if you do it on board, you would have to pay additional money. So they're trying to get people to do it before. They have these casual dining restaurants on these ships. Now, not every ship has four, but you're allotted four per guest. In before it was only two. What is it? So what is it leaving out? Never has specialty dining. You would have to pay that extra. You do get free room service included. You also get one device per guest, and gratuities is included in this package as well. So what did they take out? Which so they took out two fitness classes, which I realized they took out, and they also had like these premium desserts. If you ever seen it, sometimes it'd be gelato, sometimes it would be um, these decadent desserts with ice cream, and all around the rim would be all these sprinkles, and maybe they'd put an Oreo or all kind of stuff in there. So they had those premium desserts, and they took those out, and so that's why I was like, no, before you go. So this is something that if you're saying to be included, maybe they can offer an all-inclusive kind of package like this, since their premium brand is already offering it, and their premier would be more expensive. But when Princess came out with these packages, they came out with the concept, and they would compare the cost of how much it would be if you did it on a la carte, meaning how much would it be if you did the Wi-Fi separately, if you did the drinks package separately, if you did all these things separately, how much would it be? Their premier package, pre-cruise, $100 per day, so you get unlimited up to $20 each for drinks, includes specialty coffees, teas, yes, bottled water. You have unlimited casual dining restaurants, unlimited specialty dining restaurants. Obviously, you have to make sure you book, or else I'm not sure how that works out if these restaurants are booked up and you're saying that you have it unlimited. So you got to make sure you book. And the one thing about Princess, once you book your cruise, you can start doing some things towards booking reservations and all that stuff like that. Room service is included. You get four um, devices per guest, and you get, this is new, shore excursion credit up to $300 per guest. That is new. that they took away the fitness classes, took away the desserts, and they included $300 per guest with excursion credits, crew appreciation or gratuities included, and they get professional photos included, and they also get a certain area in the theater reserve. And so it's not necessarily in where they're offering it to everybody. So it's not like Virgin, where it's kind of like an all inclusive package. Where it's all inclusive, considered like almost like an all inclusive, but they give you the option to have these packages, and you can then purchase into the packages if you want. Now that's something that they can do because they're, as I said, their premium line is already doing it. I am 701. We are going to have to pick up some more cruise news another week. Let me go to the end of these comments. I know people are going to other lives. I love the idea of the zero proof package. I wanted it on my last cruise, but I couldn't justify any drinks package for 14 days. They are probably still analyzing how much money they are making or losing. Yeah, I mean, um, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, so you're absolutely right. So my thing is, okay, people either are going to do where they just pay for every drink, and I saw somebody had a bill that was like 3 pages long, and they said that it's still cheaper than doing the drink package, or you do the drink package. And I usually would just do the bubbles package. And if I wanted something more than, because I'm still platinum, then I would just get like that free drink or whatever. I didn't just go crazy. I just didn't want more than water. And so I'd usually get the bubbles package anyway. I wasn't going crazy with anything else, and I was fine and content with that. And so I think just the zero proof would give you a little bit more. But now Liz is saying the bubbles package is increasing. So I don't know if they eventually is trying to make it close enough to the zero proof to say, well, if this is going to be the price of the bubbles, I might as well just jump ahead and get the zero proof package anyway and include so much more. So I would not be surprised if over the years they will just do the bubbles package only for individuals that is less than 18 years old, right? I wouldn't be surprised they're moving towards that. Bubbles 18 and less, or you doing zero proof or the higher package. I wouldn't be surprised. I really wouldn't be. I'll be saying hi to each other. Carnival Dream in 2027 and Carnival Festival in 2028. Oh yes, you're going on festival. Yes, so I'm going to see you, Big Murph, in 2027. Saying hi to book your dream vacation. That's right, book your dream vacation. Book with pnb at gmail.com. Just the airlines need to include bags in the price of flight. They will need to charge us for fuel. They're getting crazy, Liam. Everything is going up. He's saying hi to Big Murph. Oh, they have done that, Liam. Remember when gas prices skyrocketed, we were charged a daily fuel charge, and Margaritaville still charges it from what I recall. Wow. Hey there, Liam. How are you? We're saying hi to each other. Quick question, Paul. Can you prepay gratuities on Carnival after final payment? I do not. I don't know after final payment if you could go back in there and pay. If Rockwell is still on there or Sig or somebody else, I don't know if they know that question. Usually I would include it in before final payment, and then once final payment comes, I feel like once you do final payment, it's final payment. Um and so if that's the case, you just have to pay it. They're gonna take it out anyway, so you just have to pay it on board. So what I would do in that case is, if you don't want to have to, like, just put enough, buy some onboard credit. You could always do that, and just calculate how much it is. So if you don't want it to hit your credit card, and so when they take money out, that is taking out, and you already have the money in there, so that you don't have to worry about it hitting your credit card. I think you might need to call them to confirm. Yeah, I'm not sure about that, but you call them to confirm, or if you're working with a travel agent on that account, let them see if they can go back in, adjust it, and see if it'll allow them for you to pay it right then and there for the gratuities. Carnival moves so much alcohol at a high price per person per day, and people pay it. So why would they change it? It's working. Yeah, just include another option for people. Liz, you're right, but it's clearly included. So they're charging us twice. You get blanked at the drive-through. That's a great price for that package. Oh, which one you talking about? Princess Liz? Big Murph Life. I'm doing well since I became old. What? Liam, Liam, you are not that old. I have only had Princess Premier on my cruises with them. It is very much worth the price. I think it's worth the price. As I said, when they first started the packages, they really gave you the breakdown. I haven't really been seeing the breakdowns recently, but they gave you the breakdown of what it would be to just, and the fact that if you do these packages, you get free delivery anywhere on the ship, in your room, anywhere you want, with the medallion technology. That's what this is. The medallion. If you've never sailed Princess, with the medallion technology, it's included. Gratuities included. It's like, it's just, you don't really have to think about it. And you get the casual dining restaurants, but at the same time, those casual dining restaurants was free for everybody. But then they made it a la carte cost if you did not have those packages. And why do we have to pay that much for Wi-Fi? You go to McDonald's and Starbucks, and they have figured out how to give it to you. Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, I wonder if Wi-Fi now, because now you have to realize, Liam, if they're giving it, they're giving it to you, but at the same time, you know, we don't have value meals like we used to. Remember value meals? We don't have 2 for 5s and like we used to. Now stuff is 2 for 10 and stuff like that. So maybe somehow you know they give they're pushing it back on to us. Agree, Wi-Fi prices are so crazy. um I'm trying to look for I only pay $58 per month at home for my internet. Wow. Which internet do you have? Have a great night, Paul. Enjoy the rest of your cruise. Thank you so much. I'm getting ready to come off of here. Yes, the zero package is not available for those under a certain age. Okay, yes. Oh yes, exactly. So I wonder if they're gonna probably say like, okay, for those individuals, if you're 18 and over, we ain't doing bubbles no more. Like grown up stuff. Shay, I have done it under, but make sure it's days before your sale date. Okay, okay. So you just have to go back. So if you've paid final payment, then just go back in and just add the gratuities. If you're working through the travel agent, then you would have to just ask them, or if you've done it through Carnival itself, just call them up and they can add it onto them. So that way that you can get through it that way. So I had so more, but the hour is up. I am going to go and see what's going on around the ship. The time now is 8 o'clock. I'm going to see what activities they have going on. And so thank you so much for coming. This was me live from Grand Princess. I will be back in town. I will be doing another live next week, Monday. So until next time, what I usually always say, happy travels. See you then. See you next week. Have a great week.